I want you to look at video footage of your forehand from the side, and I want you to check a very important relationship between the racket and the non-hitting arm. Let's check out Novak for this. Initially, he's facing forward, so his body is facing his opponent, and now his body is facing the camera. And he's doing this unit turn with his non-hitting hand on the throat of the racket. Now, this, as we know, is for coiling. He's turning his body away from the court so that he's able to uncoil later on. But the uncoiling isn't automatic. You don't naturally and automatically uncoil. What you have to do is move your non-hitting hand forward as the racket's dropping. Watch how his racket is going down while the non-hitting hand is going forward. Most recreational players I see who struggle to unwind their body, they keep their non-hitting hand back here. And then their racket drops, but the non-hitting hand stays back. You do not want your non-hitting hand back here. You want to take it back initially, but then right away you got to start bringing it forward again. And you need this relationship. Non-hitting hand goes forward, racket goes down. This is the key to unwinding your body for power and control. Now, to practice this at home, just get yourself a Topspin Pro. If you don't have one, just use my link. It's in the description. I'm also going to pin it in the first comment. Take the racket back with both hands. Here's what I'm talking about. We want the racket to go down as the non-hitting hand swings forward. This is that idea of waving to your opponent as you strike the ball. Take the racket back with both hands. Even practice it with just taking it back with your non-hitting hand to learn what it's like to coil the body and show the back of your front shoulder to the opponent, coiling, allowing you to uncoil. But here's the key. Racket back with both hands, but as the racket drops, your non-hitting hand goes forward. It looks like this. Look at the arms independently if you have to, in order to see the difference. Racket down, non-hitting hand swings forward. What you don't want is this. I just had a good friend of mine send me a video of his student's forehand. Great coach, really knows his stuff, but there was something, and I do this with my students sometimes. I'll send it to another coach to have them look at it, because sometimes you need that second pair of eyes to look at it just to get an outside perspective. And this player, very high level player, junior, she was dropping the racket and keeping the non-hitting hand back here. And she wasn't moving it forward as the racket was dropping. That meant that she was contacting late, and she had quite a severe grip, so she needed that contact point to be out in front enough to clear and get the strings to face forward. Otherwise, she's going to be late. And it was the missing piece that, from the outsider, sometimes we have a clearer vision of what we see. And I was able to make that suggestion, and we'll see how it goes for the student. But as the racket drops, you've got to clear this non-hitting hand. So take it back with both hands, clear the non-hitting hand, and hit. This is why when you're striking the ball, you want to look like you're waving to the opponent, because you go from here to here. So I'll hit some balls. Watch my left hand. Look how it swings forward as the racket drops. Now, if you're looking for new people in your local area to play matches against or practice with, maybe you want to find a local league at your level, or you want to find a coach who's close to you who can help you with your game, then use my link for Play Your Court. And it's playyourcourt.com/2minutetennis. When you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. Hey, click right there, because upcoming is a forehand class I'm calling the best forehand lesson you'll ever take. It's a live, free 90-minute Zoom class. Hope you can join me. Get yourself a Topspin Pro. Work on moving the non-hitting hand forward as the racket drops, and there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.